So this video that you're going to watch now is something that I have created for seniors who can either do very light exercises or they can be adjusted a little bit more medium, and also for people who need some rehabilitation. So I will show a few different variations that you can do just at home without any special equipment. Let's start with some exercises that you can do standing up, and it's always good when we start with the big muscles, with the leg muscles. So what I'm doing here is with chairs, so you can actually hold yourself to steady yourself with the chair. So you can either hold yourself on one chair or even on a kitchen bench, anywhere where you have a good hold on something, and then you can just do a squat. And as you squat, you just go as deep as your knees allow. You might just do a little bit like that. If your knees allow, in time you might go a little bit further. If you feel that's not steady enough, hold yourself on the other chair. Just do it that way. Nice and easy. Another variation of a squat, you can use a chair and have that behind you. If you need, you can have another chair at the front. If you're not feeling secure enough with the initial version, have it like this and squat that way. If you feel that you're getting stronger, you can even go and sit down and you get up again. Nice and easy, take your time, enjoy. Here, this is for your hamstrings. Get a hold on your kitchen bench or on your chair and lift up your foot. Just bend it up as high as you can. You may not be able to go quite as high, you might just lift it to here. Nice and easy. And give it a nice little squeeze. Make sure the movements are nice and slow and deliberate, so that allows you to feel the muscles that you're working on. The other one is you can lift your leg sideways. I'll show you from the front. Hold on, and you just lift your leg. Again, squeeze it a little bit for a couple of seconds. You may just lift it up to here. Whatever you can do will just be right. In time you will feel the mobility will return. If you need to bend the knee a little bit as you lift it up, that's fine too. Just then bend it a little bit. It's a lovely exercise just to loosen up your hips. Again, hold yourself somewhere and you swing your leg sideways. Nice and easy. You have either the knee locked or have it bent a little bit, whatever feels right for you. Sideways, and you can also front and back. A nice little swing, nice and easy. That's very nice for your hip joint to keep it mobile. With this exercise, we are working on our hip flexor. So either stand like this and do a march. Lift up the leg as far as you're allowed to. Just always listen to your body. Don't overdo it. Nice and easy. Or you can just face on the kitchen bench, wherever you are. And you can even hold it for a couple of seconds and then return again. So another one, if you can't do it standing, is just sitting at the edge of the chair and just lift up the knee. You can always swap it around. So that does your hip flexors, but also you should feel your abs activated as well. So exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Excellent. Really squeeze it up. So to work a little bit on our thighs, grab a chair, sit down, and all you do is lift up your foot. Give it a squeeze here so you can feel your muscle and go back down. You can also, as you go up, hold it for a couple of seconds, 1, 2, and back down. You may not be able to stretch it all the way up. To begin with, you might just be able to do this movement. That's just fine too. We always listen to our body as we exercise. In every movement, try to really feel into your body. Feel what the body is telling you. And never overdo anything. And most important, when anything that you do hurts you, you need to stop straight away. Let's look at some exercises that we can do seated, on a chair, wherever you're comfortable. So we can do a little bit of arm exercise, a little bit of shoulders. I've got another video on the activation stretch playlist. You can go in there and have a look at some more shoulder activation and movement exercises. So, if you don't have any dumbbells, don't worry about that, because at home I'm sure you have a can at home, or grab yourself a bigger bottle, and here you can always fill up as much water as you want for some weights. So for this, I won't be using this, but I'm just going to use the dumbbell. So hold the bottle, the dumbbell, anything that you have in the front, and just lift it nicely in front of you. Like this, nice and easy. So that's just the front of your deltoid. Then you can just do a shoulder press. This variation, or at the front. I'll just show you from the side as well. Just have the weight in front of you and push it all the way up. You may not be able to push it straight up. Just go wherever your shoulder mobility allows you to go. So if any weights are too hard for you, just do it without the weight. Just do the movement. Just do the movement. That's fine too. Then you can do a little bicep curl for this muscle here. Have your arms fully extended, and then just bring it all the way up. So for this exercise, it's actually quite handy if you just take a can of food. Beautiful. We don't need a lot of weights, just a little bit to engage the muscles. If you like to work a little bit more on your deltoids and shoulder mobility, either take your weights or without the weight, have your arms on the side and just lift them up, but make sure you don't exceed the shoulder height. Just nice and easy. And make sure that you keep your elbows slightly bent. I'll show you from the side. Just have your elbows slightly bent. So this exercise, it's best not to do it on a chair, but I don't have a kitchen bench here in my little studio. So I'll just take that as an example. So take a kitchen bench which is a bit higher, or you can also do it against the wall. So you hold your hands and you just do a nice push-up. So the lower the bench is, obviously the more body weight you have and the harder it gets. So on the wall it's the same thing. The further back you go, the more body weight you have. So just stand a bit closer to the wall and also have a bit of a higher bench that you can hold on to. And just do a nice little push-up, nice and strong. Make sure the body stays all locked in and not swaying. Nice and easy. So with this exercise, you're exercising your chest muscles, your pectoralis, and also your tricep. to keep them also strong. So here we've got some exercises that we can be either on the floor, or you can do that also on your bed. If you can't get on the floor, a lot of people have trouble getting up again. So don't worry about getting up. So you can just do that on your bed. Maybe I can also show you for the ones that could get up but don't know quite how. So what you do is you just turn around to the side, and then you get on your fours, and then it would be good if you had something that you can push yourself up. And then this way, it's an easy way to get up again. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we're doing a bridge. So have your knees slightly bent, have your arms to the side, have your head on the bed or even on the pillow if you've got trouble with your neck, and you push your pelvis up and really squeeze your glutes. So the muscles that you will feel here is your glutes and your hamstring. So as you go down, you would then breathe in, and as you go up, you exhale. Shh. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So as you go up and you exhale, you push the belly button in and pull all the interiors up. So that's very good for your pelvic floor. So another exercise you can then do on the floor, which we do at mat Pilates, is a little bit of a toe tap. Have your knees bent and just lift one leg up at a time. So that will also strengthen your core muscles. Nice and slow movements. Another one is a leg slide. You're going to keep your knees bent and just slide one foot forward and back. Forward and back. There. And each time you will feel how your abdominal muscles activate as they have to stabilize. From here, you can have your hands to the side and just go a little bit sideways with your knees. So as you go down, you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So what that does, it also then activates your oblique muscles as well as your abdominal muscles. From here, you can put your feet all nicely together, and that's what we call a knee fall out. And it's really good for your hip flexibility. Just let the knees dip to the side, nice and slow. Exhale as you come up. Inhale and exhale. That gives you a nice little stretch here on the inner thigh that we call the hip adductors. There. Breathe in and breathe out. So if you're a little bit stronger, you can also lift up your legs if you can and do the toe tap this way. You may have your legs a little bit further down. That's fine too. It just makes it a little bit harder for the ones that want to progress a little bit as you get used to the initial toe tap. There. And the same with the knee fall out. You can do it here or have them legs a little bit further down and move your knees apart. Inhale, exhale. Or in the actual tabletop position, inhale, exhale. You can also do a few exercises that you can do on the bed, on the mat, on your side. So turn to your side. You can either stay on your elbow, but it'll be probably a little bit hard on your shoulder. So just go all the way down, either this way, rest the head on your hand or on your arm. So have your knees slightly bent, and then we do something what we call in mat Pilates a clam. So you keep your feet together and just lift the knee up. So with this exercise, what we need to try to do is to keep the hips nice and still. Don't allow them to sway backwards and forwards. So it might just be a very small movement for you. So this also activates your muscles around your hip joint and keep them nice and mobile. Then once you finish that, you can stay on the side so you don't have to roll around backwards and forwards. You can have the lower leg bent and the other leg stretched out, and then you just lift that sideways. Nice and slow. So that works on your outer thigh and a little bit on your glutes. Nice and slow. And then we can stay on this side again and go on our elbows. Put the upper leg behind, bend the knee if you can. And then on your side, you lift the leg up like this. That will work the inner thigh. You can hold on to your knee, or if you can't be on your elbow, it's really bothering you, go back to on your arm and just lift up the leg. And also make sure that you don't tilt back, that the leg laterally is lifting up. And as you do that, you should really feel that muscle here activate. Yeah, nice and easy. And then you can also give it a bit of a pulse. Just a bit of an addition. And you can also do that with the other exercise that we just did before. Go up and pulse. Here we've got a couple of exercises that we can do for our chest and for the arms. For the ones that are not able to sit on a chair, if you prefer to do that on your bed, that's fine. Everything works. So take whatever weight you have, lie on your back, and then you can hold the weight, either one big bottle or the two little ones, and just push them up straight above your chest. So that's one variation like this, or you can have them apart and push them up over your chest. So make sure it's over the chest line and not backwards. That's much better for your shoulder joint in that sense. Yes. And then the next one, you can hold the dumbbell either that way or the bottle, whatever you have handy. And just go all the way back overhead as far as you can. You might just go here, you might go further, you might go all the way down. And maybe just hold it to get a nice little stretch. Exhale and come back. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you straight up. Wonderful. Another one for your chest and the front deltoid is what we call a chest fly. So hold the weights above your chest and then move your arms sideways. Make sure that your elbows are slightly bent. It's also obviously very good for your shoulder mobility. So I'll just show you from the top so you can see what my arms are doing. See, elbows slightly bent, and you go all the way back up. So this one is another exercise for your tricep. In case you're not able to do your push-ups, you can grab a little bit of a weight, you lie down, and then you have your elbows straight up, go down with your hand, and go all the way up. Make sure the elbows do not move, so the movement is really just that way. So when you do this, you should feel your tricep. I'll show you from the top again. So here we need to make sure that the elbows don't go out, flare out. So you try to keep them nice, perpendicular to your body. So here we can continue a little bit on our abdominal muscles. So we can just do a very light curl. You just lie down again. If you prefer, you can have your legs stretched out or just slightly bent. Hop your hands behind your head so that you can rest your head on it. And so all you do as you come up, you exhale, and inhale. So you're really just curling up. You don't lift up your back from the mat or from the bed. You're just curling up slightly. Exhale, inhale. And we make sure to keep the elbows wide, so that stops us from pulling the head up. So when you do this exercise, what you should feel is your abdominal muscles. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So for the ones that want to progress a little bit, you can even keep your feet up on the tabletop position. Exhale and inhale. So as you come up and exhale, you really push the belly button into the mat and pull up towards your rib cage. So you can also have your legs a bit further down if that's more comfortable for you. Inhale. Make sure your hands are only there that you can rest your head on it rather than pulling it forward. This is a very gentle mat Pilates movement just for your back. So you can sit on your bed, hold your hands behind the thigh, and then what you do, you roll your back, round it up, arch it up. So that's it when you exhale, and then as you inhale, you straighten the back up, look forward, and come back up. Nice and straight. Exhale as you round your back until your arms are stretched out, and then inhale as you straighten up. So that's really nice for your back, for the mobility of your spine.